What's up, lawn dogs? Floyd with Honor Lawn Care, honorlawncare.com. Hey, welcome to Lawn Dog Coffee. I am not out plowing, so I am here. I had to go push some snow yesterday. So if you watched the video I dropped this morning, you'll see it. But, hey, Deputy, Brett's. It took me a while, Deputy. How long did it take to do the plow? Towards the end of the video, I think it took me about 11 hours to get it all done. And I had 28 properties yesterday. But it was the first time. I know where I can improve. But learning all the driveways and where to push and stuff like that. And it took me a bit. But anyway, yeah, I'm just actually working on the invoices. You know, it's the end of the month for those people that are doing push. But hey, you're all welcome to come out. I gotta drop that link, don't I? There you go. All right, yeah, Deputy. Yeah, just when you get that paperwork, sign it, send it back. I finally got it back from Rob. And I just gotta repackage it and send it back out to you. Let me pin this up here on YouTube. Oh. Brett, how you doing, man? Everything good? Yeah, it's just me though, Deputy. Me and my one truck and my one big plow. There we go. StreamYard is pinned at the top, so if any of you guys want to come up and chat for a little while, I'm here. Yeah. I should probably get my dogs more exercise, Brett. They're fat and lazy. Yeah. I don't have that many plows yet, buddy. It's just me. There you go. I bet, yeah, that's exciting. You ain't gonna have to push snow down there. Hey, don't forget to give that thumbs up like for me, guys. Trying to get this channel to grow again, and been a little slow with that. That's my fault. Kind of stuck at the 538 subscribers, so. But I has to do a lot with. I haven't put out a lot of videos in the last month and a half. Invoicing. I think I'm going to switch over to QuickBooks next year. And I'm getting ready to make my end of year videos, my goals for next year, my lesson learned videos are coming out. I got my plow, or I guess 2020 setup I got to do. Not seeing 182.5 comments. I don't know why you're not. You see it now? But yeah, so last night we had our first snow that I was able to go push all my clients. We had probably 4 to 6 inches, depending on about where you were and the drifts and all that. But it got heavy. It was wet, heavy, to the point where just myself and you seen other plow trucks actually would push and the piles would just snowball. You get that big snowball effect in front of your plow, and you couldn't push it no more. So you had to back up and get a little bit more of a start to get it up, man, because they got heavy. Because I'd say about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, it started drizzling and rain, so all that snow just got even wetter. It was good times. Yeah, probably should, grasshopper. Let's start calling you Neil. Habits. They make you mad or something? We're just moving on. I do it too, Brett. I keep forgetting. We can call him Grasshopper. Neil Grasshopper. Yeah. It was fun though. It was fun. I had fun yesterday. It was a long day. I was exhausted when I got home. It's amazing how tired you get just plowing and you don't even really got to truck much. I mean, I have to get out and do some shoveling and some snow blowing a little bit on probably a third of my properties, but most of them are just push and just driving. GG Lawn, how's it going, man? Welcome. Everybody's welcome to come on up and chat if they want. There's a link in the pin to the top there. I'm just printing out my mailing labels for these invoices. Always working. Yeah, I get it, man. You got to be careful. I know a lot of people around town watch my videos, and I post them on Facebook. Facebook and the local Facebook pages here in Fremont. So I know a lot of people here see it. So I got to be smart what I say and post and do. You know, I agree with you. Because as much as this is a hobby or whatever, you know, I do post these things, and it's a little bit of an advertisement thing too. You know, nobody wants to come up and chat. What are you doing, Neil? It's a weird last name there. Yeah, Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope 2020 we all survived and business wise, and next year hopefully will be that much better. I'm sure hoping it is. I didn't have a bad year though. I really didn't. It was a good first year for me. 90% of our things packed up. I thought you didn't even have a house yet. Gonna go live in a campground for a little while. That's not a bad way to go, actually. When I was in the military, I always said if I was a single soldier, instead of living in the barracks, I would have got a camper and lived at a campground. I think it would have been awesome. Oh, out of envelopes. Give me 1 second. $45K, huh? Well, I guess I don't need these on if nobody's coming up. I'll wait. Hey, have a great day, TJ. I'll put them on when somebody comes up and wants to chat. Mikey should be on shortly. I think unless he's out pushing snow, he might be out pushing snow today. Yeah, I'm printing out my envelope so I can mail out my invoices for the end of the month. And I'll be done with that. And hopefully January has a little more snow. So I can add a little more than 1 day of snow pushing to these invoices. I bet, man. It's gonna be warm down there, and you gotta deal with all this weather so much. Last one. But yeah, so I mean, Neil, I got a question for you, man. See how Mikey's not up here. The back plow, the back drag. I haven't looked. I'm sure there's videos on YouTube, and I just haven't looked it up yet. But how do you use those things? It just, to me, like if you back up to a garage door, drop them. You back up to a garage door, you open the wings, drop it down, drag it out. Well, you still got to like turn around and push it somewhere, don't you? Or, I mean, you can't just drag it out. It doesn't do nothing. Dude, we better get more snow. Ugh. I saw a thing today. My bank sent me my stimulus package, or stimulus is getting dropped tonight in my bank account already. So that's a good thing. That'll. Close all this stuff out. Oh, it's kind of boring talking to yourself. Oh man, but yeah. Oh. So, just gonna get work done. Say hi. What do you mean? I mean, you still gotta drag it out regardless if it's wet or dry, or excuse me, yeah, wet or dry snow. Still gotta drag it out and then put it somewhere. How'd that print? Oh, well. That's right. So hey, if anybody wants to talk snow removal up here, come on up if you're from the north. Or lawn. What's going on down south, man? I kind of miss mowing grass already. You know, I'm not gonna miss the spring allergies to kick my butt, but I definitely am missing the mowing part of this job. It's fun. It's relaxing. You know, something about being out there on the lawnmower, just chilling in a nice day, and is relaxing to me. Like yesterday, plowing, it's relaxing, but not as much as mowing is. Not by far. Okay, but once you drag it, okay, I get that. Yeah, but that makes total sense to me. But once you drag it, once you pull it away from the garage, and you bring it, I don't even know how far away from the garage that you need to. You gotta lift your drag up and then turn around and push it somewhere, right? I don't know how that saves you so much more time versus just dragging it back with your plow. Raining down there, Gentry. It rains down there a lot in the wintertime, don't it? Down Tennessee, Kentucky area. That little, I don't know. It seems like it rains a lot. And then you guys get that freezing rain, it shuts down your whole state. And we're out working. Our bosses are like, don't be late. Get ready to move my office here shortly. I got to do some tile work on the floor, and then I'm going to move my office. So my background and all that's going to change. We're going to get it out of this family room area and put it into its own little room. But hey, man, you guys come on up. Anybody want to come up? You say constantly. Well, rain makes the grass grow green. Rain makes whiskey, or corn. Corn makes whiskey. Everybody likes whiskey. Well, maybe not everybody, but I do. Next week, these are going to be going on at 9 a.m. Kids go back to school, so they don't need my computer. So there's no reason to do it at 8. I can do it at 9. We'll go from 9 to 10:30. Long Dog Coffee, and that will help us get the people out west a little bit better. Coming here, that way we can talk lawn care, snow removal, all that stuff. Because a lot of us northern people, if we don't have to go out and plow, we tend to sleep in a little bit later. We probably should. It was rough getting up. I didn't sleep very good last night, and it was rough getting up this morning. I just didn't want to get up, and but I did. I've been up for a while actually because I didn't sleep very well. So I don't know. I don't usually. Hey Neil, man, you ain't gotta come up, Dolly. Just packed away. Don't go digging through all your stuff. But where was it? I usually don't stay up for New Year's. It doesn't bother me too much. I don't have a problem going to sleep before the ball drops here. But tonight we're going out. Me and the wife and our kids are going over to my cousin's house, hanging out a little bit. And gonna play some games and just us. Not a big group at all. Just the 2-family rule. But I don't know, maybe we'll play some Cards Against Humanity. What do you mean? We got both those games. They're pretty fun. Play some spades. I don't know. We like to play euchre up here in Michigan. I don't know how many of you guys know what euchre is. That's probably my favorite game. Setback, another game we play. Man, get this word out here, man, because last year, Long Dog Coffee, we started getting pretty popular. And it gets delayed because of summer. Just got to get the word back out there that we're doing this again. And we'll get more people up in here. Some of these people make this look so easy. So we're getting our paperwork for Morris. Let me give you a little Morris for Vets update. We're getting our paperwork finalized. One of the board members sent me back the signed papers. I'm going to send them over to Neil. Neil's got to sign them, send it back to me. Then I got a buddy here who's got to sign some papers. And then we'll have all of our board members officially in system. And we're going to have to meet once a year. We'll do that on YouTube. We'll do it live. That way, it's open to the public. People can see what we're doing and talking about, what our issues are. Right now, money-wise, we're pretty low on money. We don't have the funding to do mowers right now, but we haven't done a fundraiser in a while. I know we talked about doing a fundraiser with Shane again after the first of the year, so I got to get with him. Also, I know somebody else who might be willing to do a fundraiser for us. And I'm applying for a grant, local grant here through Newaygo County for the Morris Vets. And they help, all small businesses in Newaygo County here in Michigan with grants that was set up by the Gerber Foundation, Gerber Baby Foods, and stuff like that. So we're going to apply for those, and they gave me the links, where to apply, and I just got to do it now. But I can't do it till after the first of the year either. I think actually till the 15th of January. All right, Neil, this is going to get mailed out to you, buddy. Probably today. Yeah, because I got to go to the post office anyway to update my passport. So I'm going to get all this mailing done today. Which means I'll need that. Oh, man, I need to clean up all my office area. I'm excited to see Acme Moen's video posted today with all of us wishing them a New Year's. Happy New Year's to everybody. I was one of the guys who said Merry Christmas because I got it to him late, so I'm probably not even going to be on there. That's okay. That's my fault for not paying attention too much. Oh, I'm loving it up here. I'm happy to be in Michigan. The wife is. The kids are a little over the snow already. We've only had a little bit, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. It's my home and my. I feel like I'm back to being me a little bit. You know, there's things that I can do here that in the military I couldn't do. Like the beard, but nah, that don't bother me. I'm actually keep thinking about shaving off. Breland, welcome. Good morning. Yeah, I'm just curious to see who all did one. You know, I think it's cool that Ben did that. I wish I'd have thought of it. I don't know that I would have been successful at it because I don't have that many subscribers. He does. So it'll be interesting to see who all did it. I didn't watch his Christmas one though. I should probably go back and watch that one too. But hey, Jeff, you want to come on up, man? The link's tagged in the YouTube channel. It's tagged up there. You guys can come on up and say hi and talk and tell us what's going on in your world this morning. The only caveat is you have to have a cup of coffee. No, just kidding. Oh, it's hot. Any of you guys use QuickBooks? And if you do, you pay for it, huh? There's no free QuickBooks, is there? I've been using Yardbooks last couple years, and I'm thinking about switching over to QuickBooks. I'm just want to make sure the money is worth it. I just don't want to keep adding more bills and bills and bills. That's the issue. Oh, you're good, Jeff. That's the problem with these morning shows in this community. I can get the people up north usually on here, but people down south still got to work. Yeah, I'm using Yardbook still. And do you use Jeff? Do you use the paid version or do you use the free version? I'm using the free version. I feel like I could do much more. If I could edit Yardbooks, I can make it a much better program. Oh, it's limited time, 50% off QuickBooks for only 3 months. It's even a 25, 70, 150 a month. I don't know. Yeah, I use the free version too. I like it. I gotta go through and update some things. I learned some stuff with it this year, and where I can make it a little bit better for me. That's something I will be doing. I figured, Mikey, you out plowing? You know if you'd be out today or if you got out yesterday or yesterday and today. I keep track paper also, Jeff. I don't do as much on paper as I do on the computer and yard books and stuff, but I still, keep a lot of the paperwork around. I gotta get better at organizing it. A little sneak peek. One of my 2021 goals is better at the paperwork part of the business. Last year was, or this year, 2020 was a good year, but I didn't focus enough on keeping track of or staying organized. I have everything. I'm just not very organized with it. So that's my goal next year. One of my goals. No, that's good, Mike. Yeah, we're all busy. I actually, Thursday's a rough day. I'm actually not going to be on here long today. I just didn't get a chance to do this yesterday because I was out snow plowing. So today I'm probably going to be on here maybe like 40 minutes. Just to say hi, let everybody know that we're doing this. Let everybody know next week. Lawn Dog Coffee is going to be starting at 9, not 8. We'll still shoot for about an hour and a half if we can get people up here and chatting. If not, we'll probably cut them a little bit short because it means everybody's busy, and that means I probably should go do something that's productive. So, yeah. So next week, same days though, Mondays and Wednesdays, unless we're out plowing. And as a backup, if I got to go plow, and Mike from MBG Adventures does not have to plow, he will go live and do Snow Dog Coffee. Kind of a little thing we worked out. I'm going to do Lawn Dog. I'll be live, and he's my backup. But if we're both out plowing, well, you're just going to have to not come and visit with us and drink your coffee on your own. All right, Jeff. We'll see you later. Hey, we got someone. Hey, Deputy.
Hey, good morning, guys. Sorry it's kind of dark in here.
I can't hear you. What's going on? You didn't have to find that laptop, man.
Oh, man. It is no big deal. I knew about where it was at. We just don't have no lights out no more, so things are a little dark until the sun comes up.
Oh, okay. You're good. Good. Yeah, it's still dark. Well, I'm in the basement now. I can't see, but it was dark when I came down here.
Well, there's daylight out there, and I'm within 5 feet of a window, but it's just no light coming in this morning. Oh, Hazard's in here, huh?
Hazard, yeah. Welcome. Glad you stopped by, man. Appreciate it. Peterson, welcome. Happy New Year to you down in New Orleans. I bet you guys are getting ready to have a party.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, see, we get people coming in now.
Yeah,
Takes a little while.
You're starting to grow, Burrow. It's going to be slow, but you're going to get there.
Well,
man.
Doing this again, it's still, getting the word out to everybody that we're out here doing this again. I think we'll have a slow start every year because it's hard to do this during the summer.
Yeah, you just need girls in bikinis behind you there. You'll be all right, man.
I'll do that. I'll pull the grease screen out and get those girls in bikinis.
How's it going, Mike? Good morning, buddy. Happy New Year to you.
He's getting ready to move too, so he's probably busy as heck doing that. Between you two, he's got that new house.
Yeah, he's a lucky devil. We haven't found a property yet. We're not looking for a house. We're looking for just the property. And that's a hard thing to find. I don't want 100 acres or something. I just want 20 acres, 25 acres.
Yeah. We do it every Monday and Wednesday. It's been at 8:00 because my kids have been needing my computer for school, but they're going back to school on Monday. So we're going to push it back to 9. That's what time we did it last year. And the reason we do that is let those people out west wake up a little bit because we're East Coast time. So, yeah, Mondays and Wednesdays, we do Lawn Dog Coffee in the morning. Just sit back, a cup of coffee with whoever can, and talk about what's going on. Like, man, it was fun plowing yesterday, Neil. Man, it was a long day. It took me 11 11 and a half hours to do it all. Now I stopped and had probably a couple half-hour breaks in there, just to have something to eat and stuff. But
see, that's something we don't do when we're plowing. We grab a cup of coffee at Speedway and maybe a donut or something.
yeah,
But we're able, but only if we have to fuel up. Other than that, we don't. Yeah, we don't stop.
that's all. That's all I did. My stops were like what gas station, Wesco's, gas station pizza type stuff. But
that's kind of dangerous.
Actually, man, Wesco's pizza here is pretty good. Their pizza is probably, especially their breakfast pizza. Yeah, man, come on up. If you want to come on up and talk. And
yeah, David would be an interesting bird to have up here.
Yeah.
He's going through some struggles right now, but his whole take on lawn care is different than ours. He has a lot of hills and things, so he can't use the same equipment that we do.
No.
So he's using lawn tractors and things like that because of the terrain.
Right.
So
I was actually thinking about buying a new lawn tractor just for my house around here because my little 7-speed pony that I got is not. It's not starting right now. I think it's just a battery issue, but I use it for more of a little tractor than a lawnmower, because I just use the zero turns to mow my grass. But
yeah, dude, I sold everything. I don't have nothing left for lawn care. Just my irrigation tools. That's it.
All right, and so the plowing. You said that somebody else has to take over for you now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you sell him your plow stuff, or is it a different business, or just somebody kind of taking over the?
He's just taking all the equipment. He's been my buddy for years and years, and everything that was bought mutually together.
Yeah.
And we just kind of grew it from nothing.
Okay.
So.
Cool. So I'm thinking like right now, man, if I don't know that I could take on any more contracts this year for snow plowing. I want to, but I don't want to work, 15-hour days either.
Yeah, you see, we have a brine contractor that does the sidewalks for us on these big things. He's a subcontractor for us. And we just plow the big parking lots. We don't do too many residentials, only about 75 or 80. So it's not, but that's with a 2-inch activation. In the last couple of years, we've only, plowed the driveways 7 or 8 times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because we don't, like this last storm, we got 3 inches, but by the time that we got all of our commercial stuff done, it rained on it, and it was down to less than an inch. We were pushing. It was just wet, sloppy garbage.
And some of the pushing, like it got so thick and so heavy, the truck would quit pushing. It gets too heavy for the truck, so I had to get up and cut the pile in half, and push it because it felt like it was so wet. All the snow compacted so much that I was pushing the whole parking lot at once.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like sometimes.
Did you see the Instagram post I made?
Probably not. Let's see.
I put like 5 pictures. One of those pictures is where we did the holiday lighting. Okay. I still haven't edited that video out because it's daytime. You can't see the lights. But yeah, the picture with all the trees and stuff. That's the holiday lighting. You'll see that those lights go all the way to the top. We never used a ladder for none of that. We only used those big long poles, dude.
Now I have a long pole, but it doesn't go 52 feet in the air.
Well, if you take a 45-foot pole and you put my 6'3" butt on it, and my arm stretched out, it's 52 feet.
Maybe that tree's bigger than that. I don't know. It could there's no way because it took those 50-foot lifts to the max.
Yeah. But you don't need to go all the way to the top when they're that high because nobody's going to be looking up past the roof line.
Oh yeah, I needed to go all the way up. I mean, they put stars on top of that tree.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we had to get up into the tree at the top just to screw the stars. So what we did with the stars, and something I'll have to show later, we actually got some conduit, and we got some clamps and screwed the conduit to the tree, and I had to customize the top of the conduit, the hole, so I could put the star over top of it, bolt it down, and screw the star on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and my buddy, he's the one he helped me do that. Well, I did everything. I prepped everything, and I just showed him this was the plan. He went up in the tree and did it for me. I would have done it, but he likes doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, about 40 feet, my butt was puckering a little bit on that lift.
Was it?
Oh, it was about. I mean, I would do it. I'm one of those guys who just do it, get through your fear. Yeah. But after 40, that lift starts bouncing every time you move it. Yeah, it was about 40, 45 feet, about my max, my comfortable. Above that, I'm not comfortable, which is okay. I'll still do it. I'm just not comfortable.
Well, bro, it's the same time to the ground from 40 feet as it is 90 feet.
It's still going to hurt.
Well, you ain't going to feel it that much. If it comes to that, you're not going to feel it. After 15 feet, your terminal velocity, you ain't feeling nothing after that. That's what
you'll feel the ground. It'll hurt.
That's what gets me about these people that think these deer stands are so safe. Dude, it only takes 15 feet.
I'm 20 feet in the air.
Exactly.
At least.
Yeah, I mean, I like the 17 footers for this side of the state because we don't really have that straight trees to really put them up in. We have a lot of those sugar maples and all of our ash trees that we used to strap to that were nice and up there and straight and not too much in the swampy areas are all dead now. So
from that ash borer or whatever.
Yeah, we have a lot of widowmakers hanging in the trees, so we got to be really careful where we put our stands up at.
Happy New Year's, Ranger.
Hey, good morning, Ranger. Happy New Year's to you, buddy.
I tend to put a lot of my tree stands up in pines, man. I just end up climbing the branches. The free hanging tree stands. I don't have the ladder stands or nothing like that. And I just climb the pine tree and get up there and sit. And if I have to, I did have to stand this year up in this tree where I had to use a ladder stick the whole way up. But because there's nothing to climb on. But yeah, I'm at least 20 feet in the air and I didn't have a harness this year. But next year, I told the wife, I said, next year I won't go hunting without one.
I don't. I have the hunter safety system. It's the best with the lap.
That's what I want to get.
And I'm going to tell you, I do not go up on a ladder stand or my tree stand or my climber without it. Yeah. I'm not going up there without it. Not at my age, not no more.
Not at my age. You shouldn't do it at my age either.
Well, when I was in my early 20s, man, I'd go up there 50, 60 feet and hang off of a strap with my bow, just hanging off the side of the tree. And my ankles and things would take it. Now they won't take it.
You just sit on tree branches. I've done that before.
Yeah.
Just sit on a couple of tree branches.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like my tree stands. I got some muddy tree stands. I bought them from Dunham Sporting Goods, and they're comfortable. The problem is they're so comfortable they're easy to nap in. And then, so you're sitting in a tree stand, and they're easy to fall asleep in. So that's where I got to admit I didn't sleep one time this year in my tree stand, but there was some close times where it was like you sitting there. So I'm like, next year I'm not doing it without a harness at all.
Yeah, I got video on one of my old phones of my father-in-law sitting in the blind in the UP. It's all heated and warmed, and I opened the door and it kind of spooked him a little bit, and he turned and looked at me, and you can see he's trying to get his eyes to focus because I woke him up.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
We got the Michigan crew here. Well, for a
I'm
little,
trying a new software program. See that?
the X split.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it's going to work out, but
I mean, you look fine. You look clean.
Yeah.
because it's I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Look,
But how much snow you get up there?
We had probably, I don't know, probably about a good 3 inches, maybe 4 at the most.
Oh, we might have got more than you then.
Yeah, we didn't get that much, but that's okay.
We got pounded for about 16 hours straight, and then it turned to rain.
Yeah, we had a little bit of rain yesterday, but still not that bad,
Hey, Vicky, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, Vicky. Yeah, it was an interesting plow. We didn't go out until like 3. I went to and started the trucks up about 3, and we had coffee, and stood around and had a donut or two. So it was about 3:30, 3:45 before we went out, and 5 hours later, we're all done with the list that we had. We didn't have to do Harley Davidson because they're not open. They didn't want us to do it, so we didn't plow them, and we didn't do any residential because by the time we were done with our commercials, like I said, it was melted down to where it was less than 2 inches, and that's the contract. People don't want to pay unless it's more than 2 inches.
Yep.
They'd rather drive over it than to have it cleared.
Yep. Man, I got one customer who actually called me and said, "Hey, Jeff, when you coming?" I'm like, "I'll be there today." He's like, "Well," he goes, he owns a couple grocery stores. He's like, "Well, I just didn't want to back out and leave tracks. I know it's harder for you. So I'll just stay at home and wait till you come, and then I'll go to work." It must be nice.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. And then he called me later, like, "You don't have a back drag." And I'm like, "No, I don't have a back. I just bought this brand new plow. I can't afford both." I'm like, "You want to buy me one?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Come on." So here's my issue, though. Like, I want to get a salt spreader. And can you have a salt spreader and a back plow and somehow still bring my little snowblower with me without lifting it up over the side of the truck? I'm like, yeah, how do you balance all that?
You don't. The back drag and blade's got to be taken off when you want to do all that other stuff. So you got to change your route around so it works out that way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be changing equipment all the time. So it's like right now,
that's why.
I'm just thinking I'm not doing nothing this year. But I'm thinking, like, as I grow, what's the next step?
Snowblower the second day with the sidewalks if you can.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. I got my snowblower in the back of my truck, and I lift it over the side. And
the second day is where I always did all my snowblowing.
Okay.
Because some days you have to have the salter on the back of the truck just because it's icing up as fast as you're plowing.
Well, I only have 2 properties that do salt, so I just get out and push it with a grass spreader. I got one of the big grass spreader. I walk it, and but the other issue is how much salt do I put down? So one of my biggest properties, I only put down maybe 200 pounds of salt.
So it's not too bad.
But to me, I don't know that it's. I'm like, is that enough? Like, I feel like I cover the whole parking lot. I walk the whole parking lot, and I'm like, I feel like sometimes, like, is that enough? How much do people put down for these parking lots? Like, how much salt do you put down per square foot?
It all depends on the salt that you're using.
But it's actually water softener salt, ice crystals I get from the water softener place. I buy it by the pallet. He's like, that's what he sells all the people that plow around here.
Yep. Well, see, I used it was our store brand, but it had it was the rock salt, calcium chloride, and sand mixture. I spent $14 a bag on it.
Yeah, I was just rock salt.
But the parking lot, I would use probably half of what everybody else is using, and that stuff would stick around twice as long and would not track into a business.
Okay.
And my buddy that I give my, the dentist office that I plowed there, or I give that up and I give it to my buddy, and I told him exactly what salt to use. And he says, "Well, I get paid to do this." I goes, he goes, I get paid this much to salt this parking lot. I says, yes. He says, how many bags of salt is it going to take? I says, 2. He says, really? I says, yes. And he says, it'll stick around. I says, you come back the next day when everything's froze everywhere else, that parking lot will still be wet because of the calcium chloride.
Right. That sticks around longer. I know that.
Yeah.
That's what we use.
I learned that last year, actually.
Yeah. We usually brine. We use a brine of calcium chloride up around the doors and things. And then we have the big V spreader. So I use that in the parking areas. And, you know, we're buying it by the ton. We're not buying it by the bag because it's a big V box spreader. But as far as your snowblower goes, man, the easiest thing for us to do was to get a van that was all-wheel drive and put 2 or 3 people in there and 3 or 4 of those little Toro single-stage snow blowers. Give them a route sheet, and you would see them 2 or 3 different times of the night, you know, until we got the subcontractor that has that Boss little sidewalk clearer thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he does the sidewalks, and he makes one path around the edges of the curbs with that. And it makes our job so much easier pushing that snow when he does that. It costs us a little bit, but you know what? It's a whole lot better than having the insurance for the van, the 3 or 4 guys, all the maintenance on those little snow blowers, because it doesn't matter whether you get Craftsmans or Toros or Aaron's, they're going to clog up, they're going to break.
Yep.
It's just the way it is. It's snow, and then you can't depend on it every year. It's not a viable source of income every year.
Right.
It's kind of just extra money.
But I can see where, like, snow plowing, I've already learned I gotta balance my lawn care to cover me through the winter. Snow plowing, like you said, is extra money, but I can see where this can be. If you have a good winter, this can be very profitable. Very profitable.
This winter's looking like to be one of them years where it's going to snow.
Well, I'm hoping
it's going to snow a lot.
I'm hoping after January, you know, I hope January and February, if I can go out and push snow every other day, I'd be happy. You know, I'd be one happy guy.
Well, y'all can have it up north, and
we will. You just make sure your tent is hurricane proof down there in South Carolina.
I think the RVs is gonna have to come out of retirement for a while.
You better anchor that thing down, because, you know, isn't the spring hurricane season? Is spring hurricane season?
I don't know. We're way up in the northern part of South Carolina. We're almost at the border. We're going to be like one major town south of Charlotte.
Yeah.
We're in Lancaster, which is a pretty good sized town, but, you know, Columbia and Camden are still close by, and it's not a big deal. And we can go up into Charlotte once I get the proper licensing in North Carolina.
Yeah.
So it's all going to take time to build, and I'll try to remember to turn the GoPro on and show you guys what it's like to start with absolutely almost nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
From living to your car to living in a house.
Yeah.
There's those people. I mean, people do that. There's a YouTube channel that I watch, and they do a lot of that truck camping, and that's all they do. They go to remote places and just talk about these lakes and these hot springs, and they just live out of their car with a truck camper.
Yeah, I watch
pretty cool.
Several channels that do that.
I don't know that I could do that. It'd be fun to do it once in a while. I don't know if I could do it full time. It'd be fun to like do a camping trip like that or something, but
no, my wife wouldn't allow that. She wants someplace for the grandkids to come visit and all that.
Me too. Me too. I'm that way. Like, I'm already planning a tree fort out back for my grandchildren that I don't even have yet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you got to plan for the future. You got to think about everything you're going to do.
My kids are mad though, because I didn't build them a tree fort. But I'm gonna build their grandkids a tree fort.
That's the way it always works.
Well, you know, grandchildren is the second chance of raising your children.
Right, better than what you did the first time.
Right. Yeah, you learn all the lessons with yours, so that you know what to do for the second batch, which is grandchildren.
Right. And I've told my kids I'm sorry I failed them as a dad. It's like I'm like you guys don't come with instruction manuals. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. And the crap we have to deal with now as parents, my parents didn't have to deal with.
No.
Like social media and technology. But I mean, my dad's biggest fight with me when I was a kid was the television. Quit watching TV all the time, and Saturday morning cartoons, and you got stuff to do on Saturdays. And nowadays, man, that's like every day with every smartphone tech. That's just ridiculous.
Man.
And now how I didn't have friends that lived in California, but these kids nowadays on all these social media talk to everybody all over the world. So how do you tell your kid that they can't have friends? Or I get it. You know that guy, and he may be the same age as you, or that girl the same age as you in California, but I don't know them. It's like,
well, see now when I was a kid, things were different. Things were way, way different.
Well, because your parents
on the water.
Play with rocks.
You got to remember, my backyard was on the water, so everything I did was on the water.
Hey, Jacob. Hey, Mom.
Our mother would see us in the morning, feed us breakfast, and wouldn't see us again till lunch, and then wouldn't see us again till dinner time. And that's because we had to be home at certain times to eat. But other than that, we were never in the house. There was too many things to do. We were fishing or swimming, or we spent all the time in the water.
And me and my brother, we were outside a lot.
Yeah.
My mom said video games, and Nintendo came out when we were kids. But I don't think I still was probably 13, 14 when that first Nintendo came out. Yeah, other than that, I didn't play a lot of video games till then.
I was a young adult when video games come out. Thank God, because I mean, I played with my nieces and nephews before I had kids, and I'm telling you, they're pretty easy to get addicted to.
They are. And even now, I'll play a game. I got a couple games for Christmas, and I'll play them for a while, and then I quit playing them. It's like that. Really, I play video games really during the winter. That's it. Other than that, I don't. During summertime, I'm never on. I barely even have the TV on.
No.
Yeah. See, in the past 4 days, I've had the computer on watching the most YouTube videos I've.
Oh, I'm so far behind on YouTube videos. Like it's rough.
Well, because we stopped. Let's see. When our last video was mid-October, and then we got so busy, we didn't put out. The video I put out last week was from October.
Yeah. The cleanup video.
Yeah, that was from October because I didn't have any time. I never watched any YouTube at all because the side shop consumed all of our time.
Before Christmas, so you guys get busy.
Yeah, but it's a trade-off. We have the money through the winter now. We don't have to worry about
Right.
That was my biggest worry for retiring from snow plowing is, are we going to have enough money now to make it through the winter? Now I can relax. So
that's good.
Awesome.
That's good.
And the past 2 weeks, we've been doing pretty much a lot of nothing, sitting around the house, relaxing, kind of energizing ourselves.
And that's kind of where I'm getting to now. With the wife, and it's been rough. Christmas has been crazy, and I do a lot here, so we're taking down all of our Christmas stuff right now.
Yeah.
But it's getting to the point where I can start getting this stuff done. Only time I got to really do anything now is if I got to go out and plow. And,
right.
I am going to do some tile work in my basement, move my office and stuff like that, and try to get on YouTube more and see if I can't grow this a little bit better.
Yeah, see, it's
so.
Hopefully next week I have to start getting the ambition back to start getting back into making videos because I got to get my shop and I got to remodel my whole garage. So I'm going to make it the ultimate workshop man cave type like thing. And it's going to take me all winter long to get that done. Plus I have to remodel everything in the house for what we want done. So
yeah, I got a lot of that here. Yeah. Honeydew. I'm thinking about starting a second channel called Handy Stars 2.0. So that's
yeah. Well, see, I'm all good because it's Mark's Misfit World, so it all fits in there.
I know. Well, we talked about that on Monday. Me and Mike did about changing my name, and he said I should do FU Adventures. I'm like, no. Floyd Allner Adventures. And I'm like, no, dude, I just don't. But he go back. I can't do FU
People
Adventures.
like that just because of the name.
I know, but you know what? I'm family friendly. And I can't, like Neil said the other day, or when he was out there, he's like, yeah, I can imagine a mom coming up to a kid saying, what are you watching? FU Adventures. You know? So I don't know. I might do something like that because it's funny, but it's I don't know. I don't know what. That's something I might have to talk to the boss lady upstairs. She's a little smarter at that stuff than me. What does Vicky think? Vicky, FU Adventures. I know you're watching.
I don't know if she's watching now or not, or she's just starting her day. The thing is, we don't get up until about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning right now.
Oh, I woke up at 5:30 this morning, and I could not go back to sleep. It was so miserable. I'm down here, did all my invoicing because it's the end of the month, and I just figured I'd come down here and do some work. And
Invoicing for what? You're not mowing anymore.
Well, so a lot of my plowing is per push. So I invoice at the end of the month for how many times I pushed, which was one time this. But it's still enough, you know. I got to do it. I just do it. So,
Floyd, if you're going to be in this snow game, get yourself a salter set up and make sure that you keep that and get you some zero tolerance accounts.
That's what I need is those zero tolerances. All mine are 2 inches right now. And
that zero tolerance, that's where the dentist office is.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you what, it's nice to have them zero tolerance accounts because you may not make anything on it. You know, it might be one of them days where it snowed just a little bit, melted a little bit, and it froze. So you get to go out and salt all them places. And that's all you have to do. And you're making good money on that.
I have 2 places that I can go salt if there's no snow. But I'm working those details out with them right now because last year I did that and they didn't want to pay me for it.
Right.
Headache. So I'm trying to clarify. It's one of those management company things.
Yep.
Which isn't bad. I don't mind it. It's not a pain in the butt at all. So I'm trying to clarify that with them before I have to jump on it.
Oh yeah.
So
it takes a bit.
I think it was 2011 that I didn't push a bit of snow at all. And all I did was salt because it would freezing rain. That's all we would get. And all I did was salt. But I made better money salting because I could do it by myself. I didn't need any employees or any other drivers out there but myself. And I actually made more money doing that than I did by having all the commercial accounts and doing all the plowing and running crews.
Yep.
I know it sounds terrible, but that's the way it was.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money in just salting. We have the biggest plow company in our area has 2 huge salt trucks, and what them guys do is salt all day long.
I compare it to fertilization guys. That's all they do is fertilize, and they're making money hand over fist. You know.
They're making huge money.
It's the same thing with the salting. I think it's the chemical part of plowing. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
The biggest plow company in our area, I could not tell you how many. That's all they do is commercial properties. That's it. And I don't know how many people they have plowing for them, because everybody's all subcontracted through them. All their plow trucks are all subcontracted, except for a few of them. But there must be 100 guys plowing easily.
You think they 1099 them, or they just contract?
They 1099 them because everybody's a subcontractor.
Yeah.
And my phone blew up yesterday because all these people who were trying to shovel it themselves could not push that heavy west snow. And I got 2 new clients off of it, and regular clients. So now they're not doing it at all,
right?
Because they tried doing it themselves, and they're like, we can't. We're just gonna sub it out now. And I got one. Well, actually 3, and then I got one who's on call. But I tell them, I said, if you're on call, that's fine. I'll come out and do you, but you're going to be the last. You're the last one on the list, and it'll be late in the day. And they're like, that's fine. But the people flagging me down as I'm driving down the road, and hey, you got business card? And here you go. And it was crazy.
Well, that's a good thing. That's growth, and you need
It is.
that.
I was happy about it. I came home. I felt accomplished. I felt relaxed. I wasn't relaxed. I was exhausted, tired. And it's amazing because you're just driving most of the time. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of every. It's not like you can just go in and. No, I'm not. I'm still new. So every driveway, I'm constantly thinking about what I'm doing. You know, so it's like a lot of brain power going on because I don't want to. I did back into a rock.
Oh, that ain't nothing. That's nothing.
You're always looking out for that stuff, you know. And I was mad when I hit it, and I was like, oh, son of a bitch. I didn't do no damage to nothing, not even the rock or my truck, but I definitely like, oh crap. And
I backed into a light pole on a church that I've been doing for 10 years. I know those light poles are there, but the windows froze up and the mirrors froze up. I don't have heated mirrors, and all that freezing rain, I couldn't see where I was backing her out the back glass too well. But on the pass that I just pushed, I knew that pole was there.
Yeah.
And I'm not thinking, I'm just backing up.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I got over just enough to start the next push. And before I got to the end of that row, I tapped that cotton picking thing. I'm like, son of a gun, my last pile, and I'm going to tear off the truck.
And then what happened to me? So I don't have to snow blow like a bunch of sidewalks or nothing. What it is my customers basically. I use a snowblower for their sidewalk or their pathway up to their house and stuff like that. But I did have a customer who I snow blow their walkway to their front door for them. And they had Christmas lights and they had an extension cord running across it. I got that extension cord caught up in my snowblower, tore it up. And I'm glad it wasn't plugged in. And I knocked on the door because they were home like, listen, this thing was buried. And he's like, don't worry about it. That's my bad. I forgot it was there. And I'm like, this is why you hire professionals, because we don't run cords over concrete and walkways. But man,
my worst one was an extension cord. It was a garden hose.
Oh,
I did not get them out.
I did pull up a garden hose yesterday. They had it laying there and pushed the garden hose up with a pile. Like,
I caught a garden hose with my 2-stage snowblower, and oh my gosh, it took me a half an hour to cut that garden hose out of there. Yeah. I was so mad.
Yeah, I was able to ham spin the.
Oh no, not me.
Out of mine to get that cord out.
No, by the time I realized
clear, you have to have. If you want it cleared, you have to have it cleared. It's not like I'm going to dig through the snow to look what's down there.
I got one for you from yesterday. Most of the trucks have automatic hubs on them, but we have a 250 that has locking hubs.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, I'm going out to the job site and I put it in 4-wheel drive, and it's still acting like it's in 2-wheel drive, but it shows in 4-wheel drive on the dash, and I'm like, well, okay, maybe it's just because it's been setting, you know what I mean? I'm out there pushing and the damn truck's sliding sideways, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And I'm taking it out of 4-wheel drive and putting it back in, and I put it in low range and it pushes great, but it's slow. And then I put it back into the high range and it doesn't want to push. It's still like pushing 2-wheel drive. And my buddy gets out and says, this thing's got locking hubs on it. I'm like, yeah, but who would have unlocked them? I never unlocked these hubs, never. And he's like, well, maybe I did it this summer when I was pulling trailers around. I'm like, why would you unlock the hubs on the truck and not lock them back in?
Never thought about it.
You leave yours locked in all the time?
Yeah. Yeah, because we're going to the dumps and things, and I don't want to get out in that mud and garbage with those trailers. Yeah,
doesn't it ruin them?
No. Doesn't hurt them at all.
Oh, no.
That's
just like
so I asked because it's been so long since I've had locking hubs on a truck, and the truck I'm plowing with have locking hubs, and I come to find out that I think I finally figured it out because somebody had them the opposite, so one was locked and one wasn't locked. So I had to YouTube to find out which way turned it because I didn't remember which way turned it to lock it in. So I'm sitting there YouTubing it, like, okay, which way's the lock and which one's locking and which one's unlocked. So it's turning it to the right, locks it. And then turn it to the left, unlocks it. And then you have to, correct me if I'm wrong, once you lock it, you put it in 4-wheel drive, you have to drive forward and it engages. To unlock it, you have to back up.
Exactly.
Right? Yep.
But it took me forever. So I think when I was up hunting, I had one wheel and 4-wheel drive and the other wheel unlocked. And it was just like,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I couldn't believe it. It's been such a long time since I've had locking hubs.
You didn't hear the grinding of the one wheel that wasn't unlocked when it was trying to kick over?
No, it was nothing. Nothing. But now, yesterday, about halfway through, if I turned my wheel sharp, I could hear a cluck, cluck, cluck. And I'm like, oh, God.
That's normal. That's normal.
I hope it's nothing breaking.
Yeah, no, that's normal.
Oh, God. I can't afford it. I can't. I mean, I know fixing those 4-wheel drives and those things aren't cheap either.
No, just watch your boots around your CV joints on your front end because they go bad really quick and they'll swing the grease out. But those joints, the boots are replaceable. It's not an easy job, but you can do it. For us, I found it was easier to just replace the whole CV axle than it was to mess around with that cotton picking boot.
Yeah, it's by the time you're done wasting your time, it's just faster to replace the whole shaft.
So now that they're locked, they're still locked in. I can just leave them locked in and just stop it on 1-wheel drive, and they'll go back to 2-wheel drive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. I always thought you had to unlock them.
Nope. No, the unlocking, the locking hubs is like if it's full-time 4-wheel drive all the time, not full-time 4-wheel drive, but you don't want it to be in 4-wheel drive at all because you don't want the extra drag and trying to get fuel economy. But
okay,
you're not gaining enough to even worry about locking hubs.
No, not, and then I'm driving with that plow and all that on there. Just like that's a gas. I went through a whole tank of gas yesterday.
Only one?
Just one.
That's not bad.
Well, you did well.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
I had to. On my way home, I stopped and put a little bit of gas in it just to get home, and that was it. And I went out and did one more property because I got home and I realized I forgot a property and I had to go back out. It was one of my on-call guys. So.
Well, I can tell you, I put gas in my truck yesterday, and Vicky had to look up the last time I put gas in. The last time I put gas in my truck was October 21st.
Wow, dude. I wish that was the case for me because I have to buy gas just about every cotton picking day, I think.
Yeah.
Well, that's when I'm mowing during the week, we fill up our trucks twice a week. And,
that's about us too.
Yep, and that's both trucks. We fill up twice a week.
I fill I fill everything up. Actually, every 2 days I fill everything up. That's mowers and a truck.
Well, I got mowers. Yeah, that's about where I'm at. I say our mowers sometimes need a little bit more.
Next year should probably be a little bit less because I think our farthest yard away, not counting the phone company buildings, I think it's maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the maximum is the farthest yard. So,
yeah, you've really condensed your route down well, Mark.
Oh yeah, it took a lot of willing to give up properties to get the better properties.
Right.
And that was, because we're so long for, you take everything for so long because you're trying to build your business that it's hard to say no to anybody.
I had that trouble yesterday to say all these people calling me like, I'll get out there. I'll get out there today. I'll get out there today. And I knew my day was just getting longer and longer and longer.
Yeah.
I didn't start till 5. I woke up I left my house around 5.
Okay.
And I got to my first property. It takes me about 20 minutes to get there. It's one of my farther ones that I do. And it's a good pay. It's totally worth the drive and all that. It's the Dollar General, actually.
Right.
And I do that one first. And then I get home or I get back and the rest of mine are local. So they're not, it's Knest. I'm not going out any farther than that.
Right.
So it doesn't take me long to do it, but I'd say at that time I thought I'd be done around 1 o'clock. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get done around noon. This is the way it's and next thing you know, it's like I'm pulling my driveway at 5 o'clock. My wife's like, you worked like a 12-hour day today. Like, well, I didn't. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I drove 45 minutes with the road conditions here just to get to the shop where the trucks were at.
It was bad this morning. Like the plow trucks were not. I mean, I beat the plow trucks on the road, and I'm like, I don't understand. Were they not? I feel like were they not ready for it or what? They knew. Everybody knew it was coming.
Dude, we live so far out away from Cairo, which is our county seat, that they don't get here to salt and plow the roads for a week. The 38-degree temperature and the tractors and things running up and down the road actually did more good for our road than what the snow plows and the salters could do. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know why they even bothered coming out. It's like, we've already got it, guys. Get the hell out of here. It's illegal for us to actually drop our plows and plow the county maintained roads.
Yeah.
But, it's a quarter of a mile in between houses here.
Us too, but I had a couple
know?
of properties that are a little rural, and I didn't plow the road, but I plowed in front of their house, in front of their driveway on the road, just pushed it out so they have a little clearing.
See, when I lived out in the country, everybody always did that. They were always plowing the county roads, and the county guys didn't care. As long as you didn't leave them a mess, as long as you did a nice job and didn't put a pile in the middle of the road, they didn't care.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think our guys here, I haven't, I don't know them personally, but they seem pretty good from what I've seen on the road. They're always waving to me, plow guys are waving to each other.
See, where we used to live, I knew all of them. So, we delivered, actually, the excavating company I worked for, we delivered salt to the county's salt barns. So we got to know everyone of them. Plus, Vicky's uncles worked for the road commission, and then some of the guys I went to school with worked for the road commission. So we pretty much knew everybody, and it's kind of nice when you know people, you know everybody, because you call them up and tell them what road is all snow blowed in, or I'm all blowed in, and that's where they'd start. And it saved them time because they didn't have to drive around looking for the bad roads to start with, because they always, they tried to stay the same route all the time, but there were certain roads that would drift over differently. And
yeah. Was it 2014 that we got like the record snowfall, and we got 8 foot that winter? 2013, 2014, which year was it?
I don't know. I wouldn't have been here. I was probably in Colorado.
Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know when it was.
We had to use payloaders because the plow trucks couldn't make it down our road because we got so much snow. We used payloaders, and we cut a path to where one vehicle could get through. And then at someone's white spot, we have pretty deep ditches here for each side of the road, where someone's had a wide spot, we would plow the snow off of that so someone could move over. And I was driving a Ford Explorer, and I couldn't look out the window without seeing mountains of snow on both sides of me. And I'm like, what the hell? Did I move to Minnesota?
Yeah, it was, we had, I'm not sure when that was, but yeah, that was.
It was a hell of a year for snow plowing, boy.
Well, because I was doing the foreclosed homes, and I was plowing every single day.
Yes.
That's the year I put on 30,000 miles.
That's good pay.
We did.
It was nice.
I mean, it's exhausting. You're tired. I mean, it's a long.
Yeah, it was every single day I was plowing. Every single day.
Yeah.
I'd be good with every other day.
Oh no, this was.
It was terrible, man. It was no rest for the wicked, but we made a lot of money.
Yes, we did. We made a pile of money. I think it was. Geez, I don't remember when it was though.
It was either the winter of 2013, 2014, or 2014 and 2015.
It was somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah, it was craziness that year.
Vicky said 2013.
2013, yeah.
Yep.
See?
Yeah, we were all, because Vicky was going with me doing the foreclosed homes because my youngest daughter was still living with us at the house, so she was able to watch the dogs, and we were gone every day, just about, because I would take off. We didn't get snow here, but half hour west of us, they would get snow, so I'm out there plowing the foreclosed home, because the rule was with them, if there's 3 inches of snow on the ground.
Do you know that number, Deputy? It starts with a V.
No, I do not.
The automatic dialers, man. They started to show up on my phone with like V, a letter.
You got some kind of killer thing on there or something?
Yeah, well, I just block them and stuff like that.
It was the year Floyd was in boot camp. See?
No, I wasn't in boot camp in 2013. I was in Colorado.
Ma's going to tell on you, man.
In 2013, I might have been in Afghanistan. I don't know. I get the years mixed up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was. Actually, I went the end of 2013.
Yeah. So there you go.
Every time I went to Afghanistan, the house got hit with bad snow because my wife would be mad because I wasn't home to shovel it. And then the years I was home for winters, we didn't get bad winters at all. And she's like, "This is so unfair."
Right.
So everything looks good with this program because there is no green screen here.
No, the only time it was weird was when Mickey
there's.
went by.
Well, that's because of everything I could do with this. It's oops, that's not what I want to do. Hold on.
Froze yourself. It's a good look for you.
There you go. I put remove, but I could click on, just like everything else, but everything's way much faster, better.
I got you.
But it's I'm just trusting because it's $40 for the whole program, and I just didn't want to spend $40 unless it worked out okay. But everything works okay because you can because you can't see my chair, but there's settings where
you set the depth or whatever. Is that what it is?
See, no, it's
yeah.
And actually, I'm using because I was going to get a new new webcam because mine just is horrible because that's the only thing I could get at a time. But now I'm using a cell phone.
Oh,
and it connects.
I just use my camera on my camera on my computer.
And see, it just So I think I'm going to buy this program because it's only $40. So, and I don't have to set up a stupid green screen because that green screen's a pain in the ass. Because you got to get the lighting right and you got to get everything. So,
yeah, my basic training graduation in South Carolina, and we got pounded with snow, and they shut. Maybe my mom made it was for there. It was quite a bit. It was like 6 inches.
Okay, that's a lot.
Everything shut down, and we were used to it. We were. My mom coming from Michigan, and I graduated, I think, in February. So they were coming. They drove all the way down in the blizzard, so they're used to it.
Yeah,
South Carolina, they were shut down. That's when I didn't realize joining the military, I get snow days.
Really?
Oh yeah, they get. I was like, what? We get snow days? If there's too much snow, they'll shut the base down and tell everybody to stay home.
In Oklahoma, we had Black Flag days when the temperature got over 107. We had to be Black Flagged. We could do no more training or.
Yeah, they do that too with the heat. Heat gets too high up.
Yep. So in Oklahoma, 4 out of every 30 days in the summer, you're going to get Black Flag days, and all you're allowed to do is either be inside the buildings in the AC or be somewhere where there's shade. Yep. You cannot do any training whatsoever.
Yeah.
And you have to unblouse everything. Man, it was a pain in the butt for us.
Oh, I'm sure.
And well, the reason they do it, Mark, is because like the military has a lot of young kids. You're talking 18 to 21. So if we get snow like that, and 80% of the military is from the South, so they don't know how to drive in it yet. They don't know how to it's all safety issues. They just don't want soldiers getting killed in car accidents or it's a lot of safety issues. But being from the North, I'm like, there's no way, man. We'd be going to work in this crap. You better not be late. Just wake up earlier.
And see, that's
and the same thing with the heat. They don't want the heat casualties. We're all out there wearing the gear and stuff. There's no reason to have heat casualties.
See, us people from the North, when it gets the heat like that, we can't handle it because we're used to the cold.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the drawbacks of where you're at from different parts of the country. Because these guys that are in the South, they're working in mowing grass when it's 100 and whatever. Oh my gosh, I melt. I couldn't handle all that stuff. But they can't handle the 35, 40 degrees that we're mowing in with just a sweatshirt.
Because I remember in Germany, we'd get snow, and me and my wife would go outside, and we'd be in like Crocs, shorts, and maybe a hoodie, and we're all shoveling the sidewalk. Yeah. And people are all bundled up like Eskimos, and they're like, "What are you guys doing?" I'm like, "This ain't nothing. Come on."
Yeah.
We get picked on for it. It's like this ain't even cold now.
Well, there was
32 degrees.
There's a couple days on I think it was a Weather Channel. The reporter's in Florida on the beach, and there's a guy running with just shorts on. And she stopped him. "Where are you from?" And he says, Michigan. And she says, I knew it. Because it's 60 degrees there. And he's in shorts, and that's it. That's all he's got, his shorts on, because he's comfortable.
He's in the beach, going to the beach.
Yeah, he's at the beach.
And the other day, I think it was 37 degrees outside, and I was outside, and I was sweating. I had way too many. Next thing you know, I'm down to a pair of jeans and a hoodie. I'm like, I can't. This is like, I bundled up too much.
Yeah. Well, see, this is all I wear. I'm wearing a sweatshirt and jeans. This is all I wear all winter long. I very rarely wear a coat.
Now, see, I'm the opposite of that because the arthritis is starting to kick in now, so I got to be warm. I'm telling you guys.
So when I go up, I told my wife, she made me coffee yesterday. I got home at 5. She's like, the hot coffee's on. I'm like, babe, as much as I love coffee and I want the coffee and it was awesome and sweet, and don't ever stop doing that because I want it. Don't get me wrong. But I said, I'm so hot, I could have plowed in shorts. I was dying. I had basically one pair of long underwear on underneath my bivers, and that was it. That was it.
Just wait till your blower motor for your heater goes out and you're plowing and sleet and all that. You won't be hot.
I did last year. Last year, I lost heat in my truck. About the last quarter of the year, I had no heat in that little Chevy.
That's just miserable then.
Oh my God! I was like, and then when it would work, it turned on once in a while. I'd crank it up and get as much heat in that truck as I could. Oh my God!
Yeah, are you one of those guys that turns the heat all the way up and rolls the window all the way down if it's not sleeting?
Yeah, I'm one. No, I don't make no sense. I literally drive around with the window down the whole time, and the heat's going the whole time. It's like because I can't find the balance. I can't ever find even my wife's car. Her heater and her Durango, it gets so hot.
Yeah,
and I turn it down, and next thing you know, I'm cold, and I can't. It's even got the auto setting on it where you can like set the temperature, and I still just can't get comfortable.
Yeah,
I'm never happy in cars with thermostat.
The wife Jeep has one side can be one temperature, and the driver's side can be another temperature.
Yep.
And you can't regulate that.
Nope.
I mean,
I'll have mine set at 80. My wife has her set at like 68.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, I hate
it. Yeah. It's like on high on one side and low on the other side, and the high side is overtaking the low side. And
that's the same thing in the house. Me and her fight over the thermostat all the time.
You know, Michelle and I have come to an agreement that we will not raise it above 64, and we won't lower it below 58. And we're happy. It's about 62, and that's just wonderful for
me. Our thermostat's about 68 degrees, give or take. That's where we keep ours.
Sometimes ours is about 70.
See, we always thought 72. 72 was for a long time. She's got me used to it, but I like sleeping when it's cooler too. So I kind of don't argue with her. But I gotta have the weight. I gotta have blankets on me no matter how hot it is, the weight.
Yeah.
So I mean, 68's I think where we've come to an agreement on finally.
Man, I don't know how I'm gonna make it down south. I'm sure the first couple of years I'm just gonna roast and just be
you will be
full of sweat.
You will be cooking. Until that blood gets thinned out, you're gonna be cooking.
When we were down there visiting, it was like 42, 43 degrees.
Perfect.
And I needed a coat, because the wind was blowing so much. But when the wind would die down, I was in shorts, a flip-flop, and a T-shirt. Yep. And my aunt's looking at me like I'm stupid. Yep. She's in a full coat, got the hood on and the bonnet and the gloves. I'm like, what are you doing? It's not that cold. It's like almost 50 degrees. Yeah. She's like, well, that's cold. I'm like, no, it's not. It's perfect.
One summer, one of our friends was visiting from Alabama. It was 80 degrees. She had long pants on and a sweatshirt on. She was frozen.
No, wow. See, the only time I'm ever hot here in Michigan is when, and the only time I ever feel hot is when the humidity's high.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, the warmth is perfect for me here.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I don't have no problem with the heat.
To the roof, and you walk outside and you can't breathe because you feel like you're drowning. It's miserable.
Yeah.
Oh.
And see, that's up here with us living on Lake Huron and the Thunder Bay there. The humidity's always up in the summertime. The hotter it gets, the more humidity goes up, and it gets It gets tough out there at times.
Yeah, being just south of Bay City like we are, we're in that Saginaw Bay area. And man, it's just like this peninsula just stays wet all the
Yep,
time.
yep,
It's
that's where
crazy.
we're at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's tough when that humidity's way up.
we had a cabin in Vanderbilt, and it was
Okay.
very nice to go up there and just, the 4th of July at 70 degrees, but it's a dry
Yep.
70 degrees. And you open the cabin windows. There's no AC or anything up there. You just open the windows and the door and let the screens take care of the everything. And it was so nice. But we would come back like the 5th of July or something, and it would be so blistering hot. And it's only a couple of hours, south. And it'd be so blistering hot here. I'm like,
Oh
I
yeah.
got to work tomorrow, and this is nuts.
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
I actually-
Vanderbilt though, that's a good snow belt too there in the winter.
Oh yeah. Me and my father-in-law went up there for archery season.
Okay.
And, October 1st. And there's no snow in the forecast for us down here in October 1st.
Right.
We get up there, and we were there about 3 days, and we got like a foot of snow. Well, we're in a 2-wheel drive Chevy
Yep.
pickup truck.
Yep.
And we've got to travel all the way back down below West Branch to get out of the snow.
Yep.
It's like 35 mile an hour because it's 2-wheel drive, and you don't want to get off the road. And,
Oh yeah.
You didn't have weight in the back yet.
we had the generator and a couple of deer back there, but that was nothing. When the snow's a foot deep and you're up on those Vanderbilt mountain roads,
Oh yeah.
and the streams are still running underneath that snow, and it makes an ice patch. And there's only one way down that mountain, and that's that clay road until you get the 15 miles down to the asphalt. Yeah, and it's a cliff on a steep ravine on one side and a cliff on the other side, and hope to God you don't meet 2 cars coming, because there's no place to go now.
Well, I'm telling you.
But I really loved it up there. I did.
My sister lives. She lives right around Vanderbilt area. So yeah, she lives off in one of them clay roads, and yeah, she's got a nice area where she lives at, and they get pounded. They get pounded all the time.
Yeah, the snowmobiles were out yesterday a lot here, but they ain't gonna be out today because it's all melted.
Yeah, we don't have hardly any snow left. By the end of the week, we're not gonna have anything. It's gonna be all gone. So
that's what they're saying here too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we still got probably 3 inches. I guess the snowmobiles could go out today, but it was so wet and so heavy yesterday.
we'll see. Like
It's all back out now.
Vanderbilt, Gaylord, and all that area, them trails are beat right to death right now because everybody's been on them because there's a lot of people that's not working yet.
Right.
So they're out riding. They're out enjoying their vacation from the world. So
we were hoping to get one before the winter, but that's going to be next year's thing, I think.
Yeah. I thought about getting one again, but I says, no, I ain't gonna have time.
Yeah.
Because I want to. I got to choose on which hobby I want to do. So
that's the issue. It's getting too many hobbies.
I'm buying my road glide this summer. I'm buying a Harley road glide this summer. So I got my buddy already looking for one right now. He works on Harleys, so there's a couple of them out there, but I don't want to drive 2.5 hours to get a freaking bike when I know there's one around here. But there's a beautiful one that's where the heck's it at? It's down by you there, Floyd, someplace. Nice red one, but I'm just gonna wait. I could go buy it right now, but I'm just gonna wait. I got too many other things to do.
Right.
I got projects all over the place.
That's something I'm not very good at is waiting.
Yeah, no toys for me for the first 3 years. It's going to be kind of the thing. Well, but see, I don't consider a boat a toy.
No.
That's kind of a necessity for a sportsman.
Well, you got to feed your family with fish. So
yeah.
It's just like, you got to have the right boat so you can take it out on the ocean and the lakes.
No, see, no, I'm
make sure it's big enough there, Neil, that,
I got to contact the company. There's a guy that has outriggers for canoes that fold up and fold in, and because of the COVID thing there, and he changed production manufacturers, so I'm waiting for them to start production again so I can order these outriggers for my canoe, and then I'm going to put a electric trolling motor on there, and we're going up back river fishing, up where hardly anybody goes fishing, up in the rivers, way up in the rivers.
Yeah. Well, buddy, make sure you register the thing. Don't do like I did and have the DNR pull you over because you got a trolling motor on a canoe.
Oh, no, it's getting registered. I found the serial numbers on it. I'm all ready to go. I just have to, once I get everything on there, I'm going to.
Yeah, because once you put that trolling motor on, you got to register as a boat.
Well, it's 17 foot, so I think I got to register it anyhow because of the length. But, it's minimal amounts of money. You're talking just a little bit of money. The money to register, it's cheaper than the fine to not have it registered.
Yeah. I actually took the trolling motor off and just laid it down in the front of the canoe, and the DNR officer was okay with that. And I just used my paddle to get back with. But yeah, I was up on the Flint River going to the dam that comes out of one of the lakes. And there's a lot of fallen trees there that my bass boat couldn't get under. And I wanted to go get those fish that were there, and nobody comes down from the lake because of the dam.
Right.
So I was below the dam going up there, and I thought, it's a long paddle. I'll just hook this trolling motor on, and I'll just ease around where I need to. And when I get to where I can't use it no more, I'll just take it off. Well, you know that no more than I get started, here he comes. You know what I mean? He's like, I need to. I'm like,
that's the way it always works.
You're never around when somebody else is doing something illegal, only when you're doing it.
Yeah, I had no idea I was doing something illegal to begin with. I mean, it's just an electric motor. What's the big deal?
That's the worst. That's the worst when you're naive about it. And you're like, I didn't even know that was a law.
Yeah.
A lot of times, if you get a good guy, which most DNR people I've talked to are pretty decent, they're usually like, okay, this is your warning, be on your way, and you fix it on the spot. But
yeah,
but since I grew up on the water, I know I'm pretty fluent on all the laws I'm supposed to not break.
Well, that's something I got to look into so we got a Sea-Doo last year, and it's in the shop right now. It's getting looked at to see if, I guess it has something wrong with it. Anyway, they're looking to see if it's worth repairing. It was a free Sea-Doo. If it's not worth repairing, we're just scrapping it, whatever.
They're always worth repairing.
But the rule, it's big enough to pull a tuber. But somebody was telling me it has to be a 3-seater. From my understanding, it had to be a 2-seater as long as you had you on the driver and then somebody can turn around and see.
3-seater because you got to be able to get the person you're pulling behind you on the Sea-Doo.
Okay. It does.
They have to have
telling me that, and I'm like, that's not the way I understand.
It has to be a 3-seater because you have to have you have to have room for the person that you're pulling to get out of the water.
Okay.
In case there's an emergency, and it's more of a safety issue than anything else.
All right.
And everybody's got to be wearing life jackets while that thing's in motion. Everyone, even the guy on the tube, has to have his life jacket on.
Yep. Oh, we've always done that. Yeah.
I got that one the hard way too because I was the guy on the tube and I didn't think I needed it. I was just going to.
Oh man, if I'm on the tube, I'm going to have a life jacket on, man. Because if they don't come back and get me, that's where I drown.
Lake,
that's where I drown.
Lake Clinton's a pretty shallow lake. It's only got a couple of deep holes in it. Most of the time I can stand up. But the thing is there's other boaters out there, and if you're swimming and you're not above the water high enough, they can't see you. So.
Well, some of these lakes, I think, don't they make you have some kind of flag too? Or if you fall off, you gotta hold the flag so other boaters can see you.
No, not really.
That's a thing.
I've not come across that one yet.
No.
But I'm gonna tell you, it's a lot of fun being out there during the summer.
Oh, it is.
That's what I'm trying to get. That was my thing, is trying to get some more water sports to kids. And they want to do tubing. They get, I got a pontoon boat coming my way next year. Something I'm gonna have to work up a little bit. I guess it needs a little TLC. But if the motor still runs, it's only a 35 horse. But it's something we can take out on the water and fish off of. Kids can jump in the middle of the lake and swim.
Right. Yeah, I want to get out and enjoy myself again because we've been working our asses off for years, and it's time to start learning how to relax and enjoy yourselves again.
Right.
And that canoe, yeah, I'm going to have $1,000 into everything else, but it doesn't owe me nothing, and I can take it out for a couple hours. I can take it out for a whole day, and it's not costing me anything to take it out. I'm going to buy electric trolling motor, which I'll probably go with the 36 volts, so I can have the more horsepower of the.
Oh wow, SC Lawn's been in here for like 40.
Yeah. I had him up earlier.
Hi, Scott.
But you were talking, and I didn't get a chance to say hi to him. It literally was up there for probably like 5 minutes, like that.
Yeah, I saw it there.
I was gonna say, you're down in Florida. He's not mowing. Dormant.
Sorry.
I don't understand, man.
Scott.
80-degree weather here. We mowing. That's like perfect growing weather here.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I made a trail around the motorhome yesterday. So I could get around to plug it in if we ever decide to take off. The grass is green underneath the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Our grass never went dormant. All stayed green this year. So.
Well, somebody was practicing his fertilization and weed killing skills here at home, and I have really nice patches of green grass, and I have some spots that I used a different fertilizer on, different brand, and it didn't do as well as the Heralds or, and it's like, wow, what a difference. And you wouldn't think it's the same components that they would be that much different, but I have brown grass and then I have really lush green grass in the yard, even after the snow melts. And I'm like, holy crap, how's this happening? Everything should be brown now.
Right.
Shouldn't see that. Oh, look, a grandbaby.
A grandbaby, yep. She come. We get to watch her all day today and all day tomorrow because the daycare's closed because New Year's Eve.
You getting spoiled?
Our grandchildren are all spoiled, every one of them.
I'm sure Vicky does a lot of that, huh?
Yeah, she does. Here, let me hold on here a minute. Let me.
I see an arm.
There she is.
It's always Grandma that does it.
Yeah, it's always Grandma. Yeah.
Capital doesn't do that at all.
Yeah, but Grandpa doesn't stop it either. It's not like Grandpa.
No. See, you're on YouTube. See. Mm-hmm. Oh, she'll stay right here now because she's on YouTube.
So. Oh yeah.
Our
grandkids all over the place because she had the hat on.
Our grandkids know that if they get in the truck, go with me. If it's warm at all, they're getting an ice cream cone or a Coke at a York bar or something like that. And they know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so now that they're older and teenagers, when we go to visit, they go out to the truck to look and see if I have the cooler with me, that if I brought stuff with me, and then they'll look in there and see if Nana brought a bag. Because there's cookies and that kind of thing. So yeah, they hit us both up.
My oldest would abuse my mom. Like my mom would spoil her a lot, and then now that she's like 20, 19 years old, I remember that day where it's like Grandma's like, no, you're old enough to pay for that stuff yourself now. You can pay for your own manicure. You're done.
Yeah, there's no chocolate milk and cookies for you. Get out there and do some work first.
Can you tell where she's going to stay the rest of the time now?
Oh yeah,
Omens is here. Welcome.
But yeah, it's I'm really looking forward to the summer because my grandson is 7 now, and so I want to take him fishing.
Yeah,
because he's old enough now where he'll remember all of that, and because I remember going fishing with my grandfather, and I enjoyed every minute of it. So I want to do that with my grandson, just because it's something they'll remember their whole life, and they will,
hope you can get him someplace that has some nice big catfish that really pull hard, and let him experience that for his first time out.
Well, we're I could take him. I need a bigger boat to get the big catfish, but there's I could take them to a spot that's got 10-pounders without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
that's good.
Too.
Climber.
Yeah, it's but I need a bigger boat for that one. So
Well, even a pound and a half bluegill in some of the lakes that you have around you, that you get him on those with a light line, an ultralight rod, the young man's going to have a blast.
I love
Don't
fishing.
don't plan on fishing yourself. Just
oh no, I got there's a body of water. It's called Fletcher's Pond. It's a floodwaters, man-made lake, and largemouth bass, pike, and bluegill. All I have to do is take a couple dozen night crawlers out there, and he'll be catching bluegill. I'll be taking more bluegill off of his line than anything else, and he will have a blast.
That's good.
Because me and my buddy used to go out there with the bass boat, and we would see people bringing their kids out there. We would put the poles in the bottom of the boat, and we just watch them. We wouldn't even fish. We'd sit out there just bullshitting and watch the kids, listen to the kids. We're smiling out there because the kids are just screaming and giddy, and just we had more fun watching the kids in other boats than we did fishing, just because it was fun to watch.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What?
Well, gentlemen, I got to get off here because I got to run to the post office and get my passport updated.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
we're gonna get passports this year because I want to be able to hop over to Canada.
Well, me and my wife have our 20-year anniversary in 2021, so we're planning a trip. Hopefully, we can go on the trip, but the passports take forever to get back, so we're trying to get that knocked out.
Right. Yeah, because we want to, because the border for Canada is probably not going to open this year for us to cross. I doubt it. And so I would just want to have everything ready for when we do go.
I mean, can they really stop you if you just take a boat across the lake,
No, they can't. But you're supposed to go through proper channels because otherwise you get a fine if you don't go through.
I know.
I have a buddy that did that by accident. He crossed the border by accident, but he got a big old fine.
Yeah.
Mark will be calling Mike. Mike, we're over here at this place. Pick me up, man. Come on, man.
Well, that's the biggest thing.
Mike would do it. Mike would do it.
He would, yeah. Because I want to, because we could, what is it? We have to go through Detroit to get to Mike. So I think it's like an 8-hour trip, something like that. Now, once we get to Mike, we're only like an hour from Randy from Countryside Vlogs, I think. Somewhere around there. So it'd be nice to do that, but I don't know. We'll see what works out. We're just playing everything by ear. So.
Yeah, I'd like to meet Mike in person and Randy one of these days. Maybe the GI.
Well, we were going to try to do something this summer, but Mike couldn't get across the border either,
Right.
So
that was us. We were Sault Ste. Marie. We were looking at Canada, but we couldn't go across it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was weird at the International Bridge where there's no traffic on it. Zero. It's usually bumper to bumper, but there was zero traffic on it. It was weird.
Yeah, because Monday I asked Mike how that worked if you lived in Canada and you worked in Detroit. I mean, how they gotta let those people still go.
Yeah, they do go back and forth. Yeah,
they gotta have some kind of exception for those people.
Yeah, that is. And that's like us. If we wanted to go, if we were like going to Alaska or something like that, we could go across, or we could travel across, but we can't make any stops. You make a stop, you're in trouble.
Man.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but it's what it is.
How long of a drive is it from Washington State to Alaska?
Don't know.
That one knows.
Don't know.
All right, guys. I gotta go.
Okay.
Stop in. We'll see you
Later,
Monday.
guys.
We'll do this again Monday, but it'll be at 9:00. We're gonna push it back till 9. So.
Oh, that's good.
I can't promise that I'll make it Monday, but
No, you're good. You're good. I just try to get some of the people out west a little bit more time to get on here, and I don't have to be off so early because my kids they're going back to school. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's already waving bye.
All right.
Bye.
We'll see you guys.
Yeah.